Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. As part of the patch 11.15 updates, we saw a variety of different holidays receive a brand new set of changes, from additional new rewards for you to collect, but also maybe even some new activities for you to participate in. Last week we took a look at the Noble Garden, which got an update for 11.15, and this week we get yet another holiday that also saw a similar treatment, that is an obscure holiday of Children's Week, where essentially you get to chaperone an orphan and become their personal hero, taking them on adventures to show them the world outside of their little orphanage. And they added new quest lines for Dornogal, for the Kazalgar zones, but also a variety of new collectibles for you to obtain, making this a great holiday if you're looking to add more collectibles, which primarily features a lot of different toys, a lot of different pets, but this time we even have transmugs as well as a new method to farm out all of these rewards really quickly if you're just trying to get through this holiday as soon as you can while it's available for a limited amount of time. This holiday also does give you yet another chance at an opportunity in order to obtain a very long grindy completionist holiday mount through achievements that you'll be able to obtain only this week. So for today's video, I want to do a quick guide for the Children's Holiday update for the patch 11.15, going over the rewards as well as how to obtain them really quickly. As always, if you guys want to see more guides for the patch 11.15 or within content, be sure to follow the channel and subscribe. But otherwise, let's dive right in. As part of the patch 11.15 update, they actually did end up doing an update for only a singular holiday, or I guess Noble Garden did get a couple of updates too, but another one that got updated was Children's Week, which is a really obscure, weird holiday that I think a lot of players completely miss out on. It starts out right as Noble Garden ends, and it's available for 1 week, so it's a very short-lived holiday that actually gives you quite a few more items to add to your collectibles. And while the holiday itself doesn't actually give you a mount for you to unlock, not yet at least, it is part of a massive meta achievement. If you complete a bunch of them for every single holiday, you can unlock the "What a Long Strange Trip It Has Been," which is a major, massive achievement that has you complete a variety of smaller achievements for every single holiday, and there's plenty of them for the children achievement with Home Alone, Daily Chores, Bad Example, as well as Isn't It Cute. They actually did remove a PvP requirement for this achievement altogether, so you no longer have to do that, but if you complete this achievement, as well as all the others, you can unlock a long-term progression completionist mount of the Violet Proto-Drake. So if you're a fan of getting the completionist mount for, let's say, the expansion of Shadowlands, or a Dragonflight with the Taiva mount, or BFA, which gives you a mount where you can transform into Johnny, or the War Within one where you got that voidy elemental to ride on. If you're a big fan of those big completionist achievements, you can start working on the Reigns of the Violet Proto-Drake, starting with the Children's Week holiday event. But for the most part, we have a couple of updates when it comes to the vendors as well as the goodies that you can obtain from this holiday. A lot of them are going to be collectible things, but there are some new transmugs available this time around. So as part of this 11.15 update, they ended up adding 2 arsenals, one of the Orgrimmar Horde set, which are basically a painted wooden axes as well as a painted wooden shield, like it has been designed by the orphans in Orgrimmar, for example, and the same thing for the Alliance side as well. Can be kind of nice if you're just trying to make like a joke set or just add more items to your collection, or if you're just trying to create like some kind of like a low fantasy shield to go with a Alliance heavy set. I think something like that could look pretty good overall. Outside of this, there's also a couple of pets from Argus Bell, the Thready's Workshop Bot 2.0, as well as Koggle's favorite Chew Wrench. Besides this, the vendor also has a variety of other pets, which were made available during previous updates of this holiday. Now, these normally you could obtain from a quest line, but now they could also be purchased for a currency instead, which makes the grind for all of these different collectibles for you to add to your collections much easier. And that is the new currency of Well-Loved Figurine. Every single Children's Week quest line, like the actual quest with a bunch of different objectives you gotta complete for each orphan, like an Orgrimmar orphan, you gotta visit a couple of places, ride a rocket, go buy some ice cream, fly some kites, and then at the end of it, you get yourself normally a reward that usually is going to be based on which expansion that you are doing this holiday for. So some of the basic ones will have things like a rat cage, maybe even a turtle box, or you can actually opt out instead of taking a specific reward to take a Well-Loved Figurine instead, which then you could take to the vendor for this holiday and then exchange it to buy all of these items. Certain quest chains are faster than others, so if you have a small army of alt characters, you can actually farm these out super ridiculously quick, and you could get like 20 of them an hour if that's what you wanted to do. So you could, in a single sitting, basically buy up all of the new stuff that's available for this holiday immediately on day 1 if that's what you wanted to do. Now, another part that's available in 11.1.5 is the fact that Geppetto from Dalaran is here. So he sells a bunch of all of these different toys and items. There's also still a vendor in Orgrimmar and Stormwind, but this guy basically sells both variations of Horde and Alliance arsenals. Normally in the Orgrimmar you would just see the Horde, Alliance you would just see the Alliance one, but this guy just sells everything. He also does have his Clockwork Assistant back, and you could purchase a variety of different toys from him, from Prismatic Bauble, the Dalaran disc, the swine skin, the football, as well as a variety of different toys and even fun items that if you ever missed out on them but want to add them to your collection, now you could totally do so if that's what you're looking to do. Besides this, there's also a new questline for 11.1.5 which has you following 4 orphans within the Kaz Algar. One of them will be in Skibbles, the little kobold that's running around. I mean, look at this little guy. I think this is the first time we're seeing a kobold orphan, and kind of cute looking if I'm honest here. But you get to hang out with Skibbles, who just wants to check out Baladar. We got Destiny, who wants to travel to Ashkahead. Threades, who wants to go to Undermine, as well as Skitsy the Goblin, who wants to play with some Stormrooks. The quest chain itself doesn't take long at all, and then at the end of that quest chain, you could purchase one of the unique new items that's available for this holiday immediately, or buy the figurine if that's what you are looking for instead. However, if you are looking to farm up a bunch of these figurines just so you can buy up all of these items while they're available for a very limited amount of time, literally just a week before this holiday is gone until it returns next year, if you're just trying to clear out the vendor from everything he has at the moment, the fastest way to farm up well-loved figurines will actually be to farm it on any Horde alt characters. As long as they have skywriting and as long as they can be in the quest line, they can get this done in about 5 minutes per character, which is probably the fastest way to farm out this currency super quickly. And it's a warbound currency, so you can just get it, drop in your warband bank, then pick them up on your main and buy up all of these items. So for the Horde side of things, you would just do the questline within Orphanage in Orgrimmar. You would start the questline, and then you have the first few quests after you summon up your Orcish Orphan. With the Orcish Orphan, you'll have to go to Azhara to ride the Rocket Wave, which is just like a little bit of RP that takes maybe like 40 seconds of playtime. Then you head over to the Tauren starting zone to the Red Rocks, as well as visit the embassy back in Orgrimmar. And that's actually exactly the route that I like to take. I like to go to Rockaway, then go all the way to Mulgore, and then go to the embassy. If you're a mage, this whole experience, so you can just port it around places if you want to do it, makes it even that much quicker. But all the areas are generally pretty close to each other, and thanks to skywriting, it doesn't really take that long in order to get from A to B. Afterwards, when you finish up the quest in the embassy, that's where you do the other 2 quests that are necessary. One is to buy your orphan and ice cream, which can be done right next to the embassy, which is why I like to finish that one out last. And then you have to buy some toys from a goblin toy maker that hangs out right next to the orphanage, kind of traveling up and down the path really close in that same area, where you get a kite, and then you buy some foam swords, and then you're done with the quest where you can get yourself a well-loved figurine added to your overall warband. Now, there's 2 variations of this quest. There's one for Alliance and one for the Horde. The Alliance is a very similar set of tasks, but they are set up in a way where you actually have to dismount on your character and you have to do a little bit of walking, so it is a little slower technically to do an Alliance. So if you are looking to speedrun it, you would ideally do it from Horde, just because there's so much more opportunity for you to fly back and forth. You just travel from one place, then you travel to another. If you're a mage, like, travel time can be cut down that much quicker, but you can get it done really quickly to speed through the quest to get as many of these figurines as possible, so you can maximize all of your rewards for this holiday while it's available for a limited amount of time. But as always, though, I do want to thank all of you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little guide. If you did enjoy it or found it informative, go ahead and give this video a like. I would very much appreciate it. Also, join our Discord community to keep up with all the newest updates for the patch 11.1.5, especially when it comes to class tuning and patch notes. As always, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in our next one.